going? You alright?
Yeah, good mate.
Yeah. Welcome back to episode 7 of Be on the Couch.
We made it. Lucky number 7.
Yeah, we're back. We're back again for another one. We've had a bit of time off with the rain, so we had a bit of a break, not seeing each other.
Yeah, it's been a shame. I've been really upset. I've missed you a lot, but it's good to have you back. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yeah, so rained again.
Yeah,
No games.
More rain, no games. I think there was maybe 3 games played overall,
And that's including the double game week. Because there's obviously 6 games, but there was 7 because of the game on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I think 4 got cancelled, so another nightmare.
Just typical. We're not good for our NPL fantasy that we're trying to kick off.
No, and we did say, I did make the warning, if it gets rained off again, we're done.
Yeah.
And I think we need to stick by it, because with the NPL fantasy, every time it rains, people have picked players from these teams and they're not playing, so we can't really do scores because no one's going to have any points.
Yeah.
So we've pivoted, like all good businessmen.
Yep.
You know, things pop up in this world and we need to find the next best thing, and I think NPL tipping is going to be the way to go, because if games don't go ahead, everyone's still picked for every game.
Yeah.
So we can do a point system where we can actually get a tally going and start to get people engaged, because at the moment it's just not happening with the fantasy.
it's not happening. And you've made maybe a game week, a special fixture.
Yeah, so I think every week we do a bonus fixture.
Yep.
Where, you know, people can pick and then do a result for that game. So obviously it's just 1 point if you get it right, 0 if you get it wrong.
Yeah.
But with the bonus game week you can pick the score.
Yeah.
So by picking the score, if you get it right, it's an extra 10 points, so it's a big buffer.
10 points?
It's a big Bruce buffer, yeah.
Whoa.
So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So this week we did the blockbuster heavyweight clash.
Yeah.
Gold Coast Knights versus Moreton Bay.
Yeah.
I think probably the most followed game this weekend, apart from your game, obviously.
Definitely, yeah. I'm going to watch it tonight when we finish this off.
Yeah.
No, it'll be a good game. I think, yeah, it'll be very competitive. I've gone with Gold Coast Knights to win that one.
I went for a draw, 2-2 draw. I feel like Knights obviously losing to Sunny Coast. Moreton Bay's on a bit of a heater. I think they've got a bit of momentum. So I fancy Moreton Bay just to have a good crack, but I think at home, I don't think they got enough to beat Gold Coast, but I reckon it could be a draw.
Yeah,
for the 2-2.
It was going to be a tough one. I think since losing Austin Ludwig, Gold Coast Knights, I feel like they've maybe lost a bit there, haven't they?
Yeah, obviously you need that. Like, he's the leader. He's probably their biggest player, isn't he? Like, he's been there a long time. And whenever you lose a player like that, it's a big thing, especially in the height of defence too. I feel like a big defender makes a big difference, because you kind of rely on them to organise everyone.
Especially someone so vocal and like a leader as well. You know?
And good looking.
Yeah, good looking.
Which helps,
too.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does help. Yeah. But no, so they've lost him. But no, I think they're gonna pull him back in after that loss to Sunny Coast. They're gonna run it back in and they're gonna get the win. Moreton Bay, they're on a high. Yeah, definitely. It'll be a good game tonight. It's gonna be a good game to watch.
Yeah, hopefully Chrissy Moore gets it done.
Chrissy Moore,
yeah, a few of the boys.
40-yard screamer or something.
Yeah, maybe a diag or a red card.
But no, there's been some good results. We've had obviously loads of cup games this week, haven't we, as well?
Magic of the Cup.
Magic of the Cup, loads of fixtures there. I think there's 2 more games left until there's the final 4 teams, 16 teams left.
That's good. I think the Cup's unreal, isn't it? Like, because the draw really can put a team in the round of 32. Like, depending on the draw you get, you can have the easiest run or the hardest run.
Yeah.
And some teams, I think, like, remember when Coomera Colts got in? Because they versed just all rubbish teams. Like, some of the teams that can get in are really, you know, lower level. So it's awesome to see those teams have a chance to verse a team from Melbourne or Sydney or, you know.
To get the opportunity to go there. I remember when Moreland Zebras had us at Strikers. Remember they come down. They're a league below in Melbourne, aren't they?
Yeah.
And they come and and all the top teams there.
Yeah.
But Coomera Colts are in it again this year still.
Yeah, still there.
Yeah, they played Magic and they beat them 4-3. What a game as well. Great game to watch. Ryan Palmer, the heart in midfield there.
Peanut. Yeah, he's there, isn't he? How's he going?
Yeah, he's quality in there. He looks good, looks the part in there.
Yeah.
Just an engine in the midfield.
Nice.
But yeah, Coomera Colts is still in there this year.
Is it Peanut going up a weight division?
Yeah,
he's going up a weight class?
He is
yeah,
going
so.
Yeah, he's going
boxing as well.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good to see those teams having a crack and getting a good chance. It's important.
No, it is good. But there's obviously a lot of big hitters still in there.
Yeah.
A lot of them are meeting in the next round as well. Which means I think there's a good opportunity for a couple of lower teams to qualify. It is based on your run, isn't it? I remember over the years we've had qualification years when we've had to verse Lions and Knights just to get through to the round of 32.
That was the 2019 run when, you know, we weren't doing that well in the league and we had the toughest run. We had Lions away, Knights away, and managed to beat them both. I think that's what made the cup run so much better.
Oh yeah.
Because all those games were so massive for us, and it didn't feel like just the FA Cup games. It was like the whole lead up was difficult.
Oh yeah.
We made it in. where sometimes you can have an easy run and then it's just like, okay, the cup starts at round 32.
Yeah.
We had it the whole way through because we were just versing the better teams.
Yeah, no, yeah, so it's a good opportunity for some lower teams to get through in the cup, and it's what a competition it is anyway.
Yeah, I know. Well, Lions are still in. Penn Power's still in.
Penn Power is still in.
Knights are still in. Moreton Bay. So all the big hitters.
Gold Coast United.
Gold Coast United are still in.
Big hitters.
No, it's good to see the mid-table teams having a crack too.
Yeah, we're up against Rochdale in the next game.
They've been doing well.
Quality, haven't they? They had a really tough start. I think they had 3 losses, but the last 2 fixtures, they pumped Strikers 5-0 recently.
Big win.
What a result that is.
Well, Strikers had a bit of momentum. Like, we know the club quite well. Kev's there, and you know they're going to be well organised and have good players. But it was awesome to see. Well, not awesome to see, but like it was interesting to see a 5-0 win.
Yeah.
Spoke to some of the players, and they just sort of said Rochdale were too good. Just one of those games, I think.
Yeah, Rochdale. I watched the game. Rochdale were on top. I still wanted it more, I felt, as well.
Yeah.
But they were on a high, and then they went and beat East in the cup. 3-1. So
that's a big.
Yeah, massive result for them. Great for them to get in the next round of the cup. Shame they got us.
Yeah, well, they're obviously going to lose now.
Well, yeah,
but
be a tough game.
Some of the clubs sort of like don't take cup that serious, but I think for players, like you just want to do the cup.
We had
the way more important.
Well, we had Southside Eagles, the most recent game on Tuesday night, and to be fair, I didn't know the game was on. I didn't know we had a game coming up. It was sort of mixed with fixtures, a lot of missed cancellations.
Oh, and a lot of cancellations. No one knows what's going on.
It's just been thrown around, but obviously with the injury and I couldn't play. But but Southside Eagles, we obviously pumped them 11-0 in the pre-season, so I thought we should have enough. But
nice flex.
I would have been, I would have been. Cheers, right on. I would have been fuming if we lost. If we lose the cup game, and that would have been a whole season sort of. Mate, it would have been ruined, I guess.
100%. Like especially if you, like, you're doing well now, like you're at the top. But if it gets to a point where you're like, okay, we can't win the league, the cup run is what can keep you going.
Yeah.
If it's not going too well in the league, if you have a good cup run, it makes the season so much more better. Much better.
Yeah, and you're not expected to win we're not expecting to win the league. So this is something, we're fighting for top 4. I guess we obviously always want to win the league, as every team should go in there thinking, we're going to win this year. But we could be at the top. But the cup's just something, that bonus thing that.
It's brilliant. Isn't it?
Yeah, beauty of the cup, eh?
It's the best thing that I don't think Queensland football and Australian football get a lot of slack, because it's not going too well, is it? When we look at the A League, but I think that's the only good decision they've made in the last 10 years. Bringing that cup in, it's just helped football grow so much more with all the grassroots and everyone getting involved, and you can always feel when you're playing the hype around it. Around the cup time, it's just like an unreal experience from everyone from the grassroots all the way to the top. I'm so grateful that they brought it in. It was definitely benefited Australian football.
Definitely, yeah, no, it's great, yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. You've been watching the Champs League?
Oh, I have, yeah. I saw. Wow, what can't go past, buddy. Barcelona's young lad, can we?
Lamine Yamal.
Is he 17?
17. What were you doing at 17?
PlayStation.
Same. What was I doing? I think I was doing getting my grades at school, going for an OP.
Yeah.
Just being a nerd.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wrestling. Yeah, wrestling. But for him, it's crazy. He's 17. He's won the Euros. He's just won Copa del Rey. He's on track to potentially win the Champions League. They're going to win the La Liga this year. So he might have completed football, apart from the World Cup, at 17.
Yeah, he got a good chance of winning the World Cup with his nationality as well, hasn't he?
And if they go ahead, say they win the Euros and then go and win the World Cup, he's completed football by 19. Yeah. It's mental.
Yeah, I don't think I haven't really seen anyone like him before. He's
a different style, isn't he? He's not like anyone we've seen. He's a tall winger that just sort of dribbles, but he's so effective. Just walks past people.
Does, and it's not always he's obviously got great little touches and great skills, but just proves it. It's just dropping the body that can beat a player, can't it? And just your body movement and stuff.
And age. You don't age doesn't matter. If you're good enough, you're good enough.
Yeah.
He's played so many games, and he's only 17. I hope he's one of those players that can handle it, and his body doesn't break down in his 20s. I hope playing that young is not going to affect him. Because you want to be able to watch him for years.
Yeah.
He's not someone that's going to rely on 100% pace. He's a good footballer.
But to have his game management and his intelligence at 17, that's crazy, isn't it? He wasn't. You don't think about some of those things.
The only thing he should change is his haircut back. Because have you seen the blonde spaghetti? It's not good. Not good. He looks like a linguini.
Yeah.
He's struggling. And also, did you see the TikTok they did after the Copa del Rey final?
No, I haven't seen the TikTok.
You haven't seen it?
Not Lamine's TikTok.
Yeah, so the Barcelona team, like, they just beat Real Madrid, and then they get into the change room and start doing TikTok dances on a live stream. Like, could you imagine doing that?
No.
Nah. Like, I watched the overlap with Roy Keane, and he would have two-footed him in the change room. I feel the same. We used to have at strikers like phone bans. You couldn't be on your phone. Like,
yeah, I remember way back in the day, wasn't it? Yeah.
Like, even last few years I've played, like, if they just don't, because it's anti-social, isn't it, getting on your phone in the changing room. So it used to be $5 or $10 if you were on your phone in the changing room.
Yeah.
Depending on the club.
It's only the music man that has his phone.
Yeah, only the DJ.
The DJ.
Yeah.
No, right. There's change rooms in our phones in our changing room now too.
Yeah, you don't want it. Like, you want it to be, you know, a private space where it's just football and the boys getting around each other. But I think doing a TikTok live stream after you've won a final and doing TikTok dances is too much.
Bit much, isn't it?
Do you want to watch it?
Yeah, I want to watch it.
I'll
I want to see what it looks like.
So let's have a gaze. Could you imagine being Real Madrid in the change rooms after you've lost just watching this?
Right.
It's a bit much for me.
How is this a thing?
I don't know, like, you can't be doing that.
You
can't be doing that. It's so disrespectful.
That is.
I know. That's how we know we're getting old, isn't it?
That's ridiculous.
What, if all the younger players ran riot in the change room, that's what they'd be doing. You know what I mean? They'd be doing "Get ready with me," and they'd be doing get my kid on, get ready with me. It'd be embarrassing.
YouTube videos.
Yeah, you make YouTube, but it's different. Like, live streaming in a change room is a bit much.
I wouldn't do that. No, that's a bit much.
No.
You're not having a sing song and a dance around, but that's a TikTok's massive though, isn't it? With
you
younger
dance
people.
on end of seasons, but it's not in the change room.
Not like that.
Not in the change
Not
room.
like that. I
Especially,
wouldn't post that.
You've just beat Real Madrid, and like, imagine Jude Bellingham's in the change room just going, "Fuck you." I'm gonna 2-foot you next time. You know what I mean? Like, it's so bad.
You know who would fit in with them boys? Like, with his shirt off. Like a few weeks ago, one of the contestants.
Adam
Edgar.
He probably would fit in, wouldn't he?
He'd fit in with them because he's got the moves. Maybe they're inspired by Adam Edgar.
They've seen the NPL Fantasy, not NPL Fantasy, NPL Talent Show.
NPL Talent Show.
I want to be part of it. And now they are.
And
good on him. Yeah. Good on him. But he did play well. Like, his goal where he just jinks in, goes past Mkhitaryan, posted in. Champions League semi-final too, like at 17. No nerves, just bossing it.
This looks good. Oh, alright. I can't, no words can explain
no, it's too
how
good.
He is.
Yeah. Too good. Not much you can do about
different
it.
level. I've never seen Messi was the only one that could go up past people like that, but he's just different. It was different, wasn't it?
When Messi wasn't 17,
no.
Like, there's no player I've seen at 17 that's better. Is there anyone you can think of that was better at that age?
Nah. Rooney was good, wasn't he?
Rooney was just, but he was more of a brute. Like, he was just a adult. Like, he was built different. Like, he was just a machine.
He was.
But he wasn't as technically good. Like, that is a different level. I don't think I've seen anyone that silky and that talented.
Nah, he's good to watch. Hopefully he can come to the Prem.
It'd be good, but I don't think they would, you know, when you're Spanish. Like, why would you come to the Prem?
What?
He's got it fine. He does TikTok dances in no changing room.
Lives in Spain.
Yeah, I don't think any English players would be doing that.
Nah.
Would they?
I don't
different
know.
Culture.
It is a different culture, yeah. And when you get those foreign countries and they play, they always do little dance moves, don't they? When they celebrate.
They love it, the Brazilians.
And Brazilians and all those always do different dances in their culture, innit?
I know. Take me back to the old Robbie Fowler celebration on the touchline that he got suspended for. You know, that's real culture. That's English culture.
That is real culture. I have found, I don't know if you saw recently, but we've probably got if you know our old segment we did last week with the goal of the week.
Yeah.
You know, fanny of the week. Obviously this week we didn't have a fanny of the week, my
No.
favourite one, but I think celebration of the week has been...
It's been locked down?
It's been locked down.
So you found a
I have found
candidate?
candidate for celebration of the week, and it was in the Rochdale versus Brisbane Strikers game.
Yeah, nice.
I did see the Queensland Football Culture.
Yeah.
A Facebook page that posts stuff about NPL here. They shared it as well, and they put a little music scene to it as well, which is pretty funny.
No, that's good. They're good for Queensland football. Quite funny. And they always, like, you know, it's promoting the game. Like, they take the piss a bit, but it's awesome. It's awesome to see.
Definitely,
They're doing well.
I did, and they post some good little clips of the game. But they posted one recently, the Broadbeach game, Southside Eagles.
Yeah.
The offside. You saw that one?
Insane, innit? Like, that's the level we're at.
That is That is insane. I'll put it up on the screen now as we're talking about it. But
Yeah,
that
the offside.
He was miles offside. But I remember watching the game live because I was obviously watching it for just talking about the games and looking for content and stuff. And there was a few chances where I thought he's well offside.
Yeah.
Like these players are offside. I didn't see that one like in the game, but yeah, some of the other footage was.
Yeah, it is tough. Like we obviously need referees. Like a game can't go ahead without a referee and 2 linesmen.
Nah.
But sometimes, like we know, there's just some absolute honking referees.
Yeah, that decision was awful.
It's also when you get a good one. I know they're few and far between, but it just seems like it's such a difficult thing to get a good ref. You know what I mean? Like it's so high. Like most games, there's some contentious thing that happens. Everyone's complaining, and it's always, you know, it's consistent across most games.
Yeah.
But there's been a few good ones. Remember Alex King?
Yeah,
He's now A-League referee. He used to ref us. He was unreal. And everyone would be buzzing if he was your ref, and he'd be so like authoritative with everything. But it's hard to find good ones these days.
Yeah, he was sort of normal though, wasn't he, Alex?
He
King?
was, yeah. He was normally, I think he was a carpenter or a builder.
Yeah.
And he was semi-normal.
Yeah.
Semi-normal.
So,
but
because it's like not many people get into refereeing, do they? It's either you play football and you're a ref.
Yeah,
or...
I think there's 3 levels. It's like you play football.
Yeah.
You goalkeep, and then you referee.
Yeah.
It's like there's like 3 levels in there. 3 levels, and then 4th is you're the kit man.
Yeah. Oh, it's not the kit man. It's the club man. Because some of the kit men are brilliant. Some of the kit men are brilliant. But yeah, there is always a club man there as well. But you're right, it does go footballers, goalies,
referees.
Yeah,
referees. Should we watch the clip of the celebration? By the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put the celebration up. Selly of the week.
Selly of the week.
Oh, go on, son.
Go on.
Slots it. Absolutely lovely.
Good finish. He's got his mates down there in the corner, you can see.
He's had his moment and he's gone for it. Like, to be fair though, he's given it a crack. I couldn't even try half a backflip, you know what I mean?
He got over.
He got over, like he didn't break his neck, but you know, I think he should have practiced more. Like you can't be doing that on the big stage on a live stream and not nailing it, can you?
Oh, it was brilliant.
It's good.
It looked like he needed technique because you obviously did gymnastics when you were
He
younger.
should have tucked his knees.
Tucked his knees.
Like this.
And a bit more speed.
Yeah, a bit more speed.
Bit more speed.
I show speed. I show not a lot of speed.
Yeah.
But I think he was tall.
He was tall.
That was a 6 foot backflip, which is probably 6 foot plus backflip.
Yeah.
It's difficult to pull off.
That is difficult. No, I thought that was good. I thought that was a good effort and definitely the celebration of the week.
Definitely celebration of
the week. Could be the celebration of the season so
far.
Could
be. I think it is so far, probably. Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's more. People can send them in. Let us know if you've got any better ones.
Do you reckon he can try and do double backflip next time?
No.
No.
You need a trampoline. Maybe if one of the boys, you know, you hold the leg and you flip, like at school, when someone thinks they're doing backflips. Maybe that. Bit of parkour.
Maybe someone can give us one of those ones if they score. One of the regular goal scorers in the league. And
Zach Maltby.
Zach Maltby might be able to give us a
Scored a winner last week. It'd be nice for him.
What a winner that was as well. What a game.
Winner, yeah.
Entertaining to watch, then one.
It was good, yeah. Wolves are weird, aren't they? They lose 6-0 against the worst team in the league and then put a good game on against the top team. Like, they're so up and down.
Hot and cold, aren't they?
Hot and cold. Katy Perry.
It doesn't seem... Yeah. It just... Yeah, I don't know what the problem is as well. Like,
I have a theory.
Yeah, what's your theory?
They're on the punt.
Yeah.
They're all in on it.
Yeah.
There's got to be a secret, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Because how do you lose... I think... Remember last season they lost 9-0 to Gold Coast Knights?
And then
beat...
10 games. 10 games unbeaten, wasn't it?
Yeah, 10 games unbeaten towards the end. Like, I don't know, something's going on there. Something's fishy.
Something's
fishy. Wherever Maltby's in the middle, I'm a bit wary.
Yeah.
A bit wary.
But no, it was a quality finish. Top corner. Top right.
Good finish, good moment. Those games as well, when I think they were 2-1 down and they brought it back, scoring a winner at the end.
Yeah.
It's a great moment, isn't it?
Yeah, last minute feeling as well. Was it a Saturday night game? Sunday night game, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
It's even better as well, isn't it?
Sunday, at least you start the week fresh, don't you?
I know. And then the Sunny Coast getting that 2-0 win against Gold Coast Knights, that was a massive upset, wasn't it?
Big upset.
I watched the game because it was obviously the Sunday evening. What else are you going to be doing?
Yeah.
So I put that game on and it was great. Sunny Coast, to be fair, the first 10 minutes I thought, I could blow out here. You know, one of those games where they get one, it could go downhill. But they were just putting big challenges in, like putting hard challenges. Really, you can hear them on the video as well, just really getting under their skin and
Can I have a guess quickly of who you could hear?
Yeah.
Was it Gimli Rigby?
Yeah, it was.
100%.
The little nugget in there.
Yeah, he's loud and he's very whiny, isn't he? You can hear him every live stream. You can hear his voice. Back up.
Yeah,
but he's an animal in there, isn't he?
Yeah. But no, they were flying in, and then the red card. You said it was a red card. I saw it. I thought the guy had a shot and just sort of followed through.
It was similar to Tarkovsky a few weeks ago, where they have a shot.
Is that what you reckon it was?
Yeah, they know what they're doing. It wasn't a slip, because if you slip, you kind of like go like that.
Yeah.
Where he kicked and went through foot high. Like I think he meant it.
Right, because every Sunny Coast player went flying into the referee.
Yeah.
To get him booked, to get him sent off, which obviously I would have done as well if I was a Sunny Coast player.
I think you can tell when you're that close. Like you can see someone's intent a bit better, can't you? Because the live stream, the cameraing was horrific. But when you're there, you can sort of see that it's not a natural position.
Yeah.
Because I've had it times where you're in a game and you slip and you kind of 2-foot someone, but no one really goes crazy because they can see, oh, he's slipped. It's not natural how you've fallen. But when someone kicks the ball and then goes through with a big tackle, you kind of know, okay, like he's done in there.
Yeah,
like,
well,
it's on purpose.
It was, but
They should bounce back.
They should. They will bounce back tonight, hopefully. Well, not hopefully, but for them, hopefully.
Yeah.
But no, that was a good game to watch as well. I thought that was Sunny Coast was great. It was good for them to get a little win, and then Sunny Coast are now versing Wynnum on this weekend,
nice.
So a good chance for them to get some more points because Wynnum seems to throw the towel in when they verse these weaker teams.
They do, and I think obviously Gold Coast going up to Sunny Coast, like it's a tough trip, isn't it? Like you don't want to be doing it. 3-hour drive.
It's a long way.
And they're not gonna. It's not the best pitch, and it's not a good environment.
It would have been a long drive home for the boys, wouldn't it?
100%.
The Gold Coast Knights boys.
I think I would have done 3 KFC trips on the way just to ease my pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just do one on a 3-hour trip, can you? Every hour just to stay hydrated and well fueled for the drive home.
Nah, it's a bit of a mission, huh?
It is, but yeah, Wynnum. Hopefully they can get a job done against Sunny Coast. I think it's probably an evenly matched game.
You reckon? Yeah, Sunny Coast have got some good players. I've got some experienced players in there.
Well, while we're on the topic of NPL, do you want to talk about your tips that you did this week?
Oh yeah, my tips.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well get them out there.
Yeah, did you go for it?
Well, we had obviously the Moreton Bay game and
yeah, so I've got the fixtures up here in case we need them.
That was 3-1.
Yeah.
I think you did the 3-3 draw, didn't you?
Nah, 2-2.
2-2
draw. Then we got Lions Olympic. It's an easy one. It's Lions.
Yeah, we are Lions fans.
Yeah, because in big games you call it's Olympic. Olympic. That's what their nickname is on the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're just not getting it done in big games, are they?
No, but that'd be a good game. Be a big rivalry game. And Lions don't like losing to Olympic.
No, they don't. And historically, if you look at every grand final Olympics been in, I think Lions beat them in it. So.
Yeah. So it'd be a good game. Lions need to get back on a winning streak. They were lucky with that 2-1 win, weren't they?
Yeah, against Moggle in the cup. 2-1's
2-1.
very tight, isn't it? You'd expect better, but maybe they rested a few players.
They did rest. They rested big Joey Duckworth, brought him on late, so
yeah,
that's probably the reason.
Yeah,
Carry on. Who's the other one?
City Penn Power. I went for Penn Power.
Yeah, Penn Power.
I back Power. I think City. I don't really know anyone that plays there at the moment apart from Scotty Halliday, who's injured. Is he?
Is he still injured?
I think so, but Power have been doing well. I think Power will get it done there.
Yeah. No, I've gone draw with that game. I think Brisbane. Is it at home? Brisbane City at home?
Yeah, Brisbane City at home.
So their stadium. Yeah, I think Brisbane City could be up for it. I used to play Brisbane City, so I've got a little soft spot for them.
Oh, that's cute.
But you know,
nice, good for you.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
That's so cute. Next one, Gold Coast United versus East.
I've gone Gold Coast United.
I went Gold Coast United just because I don't want to upset you.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm going to take one for the team there. Just back you up.
Just back me.
Wynnum Wolves, Sunny Coast Wanderers. I think I want to draw.
Draw, Wynnum Wolves, Sunny Coast. So did I.
You want to draw?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I think Wynnum could win that one as well. I think he could, but I think Sunny Coast might be on that momentum now.
Yeah,
and as you said before, Wynnum can sometimes just drop off on some games.
You never know what you're going to get.
Nah, not always.
It's like a box of chocolate. Hey, don't do that.
I'll leave that in.
It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know which one you're going to get. 100%. You never know what you're going to get, so who knows?
Nah, but that game of the week, definitely the one tonight.
We got more. St George Willawong versus Brisbane Roar Youth.
Draw.
I want to draw too.
Have you?
Yeah, the Brisbane Pussycats.
Yeah, I think St George Willawong, like it's going to be massive for them to they can't lose this game, can they?
No.
I think both teams have to win this. Like they're.
Well, I think Roar Youth, they had a tough run because they versed really good teams. they versed Penn Power, and I kind of watched it, and they had a man sent off after 7 seconds for that bad challenge, and they only lost 4-0, but they held out for like a half. Like, they held out a long time and weren't that bad. So I think because they versed high teams, everyone thinks they're terrible, but then they beat Wolves. So I think they're actually not as bad as they sort of seem. So I think they've got a good chance.
They got a good chance?
Yeah.
Even though, you're not really a fan of Brisbane Roar, though, are you?
No, you know, I've been thinking about what my issue is. It's not because they released me. I'm not bitter. But I think it's because their name is the Roar, right? So they're named after a verb.
Yeah.
So like you're named after a doing thing. So like a roar. Like it should be Brisbane Lions or Brisbane Tigers. Like they're named after a verb, like a doing thing. Like imagine like the Brisbane Running or the Brisbane Scream. You know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Like everyone else is like, you look at all the other teams and it's like glory, victory, and they're like, you know, the Brisbane Shout. You know what I mean?
No, I get you.
Like no other team in the world is called like the Minnesota Growls.
You're probably the only person who's ever thought of that.
Yeah, I think that's it. The name's terrible.
Yeah.
Roar.
And that's why you got the dislike towards them.
Terrible.
Oh, that's understandable then.
Yeah, like the Bulldogs in NRL. It's Canterbury Bulldogs, not the Canterbury Barks. You know what I mean? It's fucking stupid. It's so dumb. Yeah. Yeah.
When you put it like that.
Minnesota Timberwolves, not the Minnesota Howls. The Minnesota Owls. Do you know what I mean? It's stupid. The Brisbane Roar. Like, give me a break. Use a noun, not a verb. I'd even take an adjective. Idiot. But we can't go back in time.
No,
that's... can we?
Well, no. That's a
Anyway,
good way to
it's a
put
good
it.
point,
That's an
yeah.
excellent way to put it.
It is. No one's thought of that. I think that might be the first. I might
That might be
trademark it.
Yeah, 100%. Well done.
Yeah.
Do we have any other... Obviously, we've done a celebration of the week. Do we have a goal of the week this week?
We do have a goal of the week.
Yeah.
So, one thing I love about football is sort of when someone shows you something outside of the box. So when you get a defender in a position that you think, oh, they're not going to score it, and they just show that little bit of class that you're not expecting.
Yeah.
You know, like they're in the box, one-on-one, and they can just be like, they can show you something different, you know, and slot a goal you're not thinking of.
Yeah.
I think of like Rio Ferdinand and John Terry. They would be, you know, defenders, but when they got in the box, they sort of had a bit about them. And I think this one's quite similar. Would you like to get it up?
Definitely want to see
Get it
it.
up?
So, where's the game from?
Well, it's Gold Coast Knight versus St George Willawong in the Kappa Cup.
Yeah.
And just, there's some real class from the defender. You can just see. Just
Good finish.
He saw the keeper. He didn't even take a touch. First time finish, just slots it.
Just slots it past him. Just composed.
Honestly,
Let's have a watch.
Different gravy. So the ball's coming to him, through ball from the other team, and he's just got... He's not even tried, has he? He's not even tried. Let's have a look again. Oh, here we go. Beautiful. Like, he's not even looked. You know when you know where the goal is? Like, he knew where the net was. He knew where the keeper was. He's seen him coming, and he's gone...
That's so composed.
Have some of that. Have some of that round the corner. Not bad.
Who, do you know the name of the defender? Was that Matthew Smith? Is that his name?
I don't know if it was Schmitty. Was it Schmitty?
Because that looks like a left-footed... That looks like his haircut, doesn't it?
It does. It might be Schmitty. It might be Schmitty. They had another one, Jaden Walker, I think his name was. He was the other full-back. I think it could have been him as well.
Could have been one of
But
them too.
either way, I'm jealous.
Yeah, and sorry if we called you out and it wasn't you, but...
Yeah, sorry. But great finish. I think the through ball from the other team, because he just saw him running and he's gone, okay, so you're obviously on our team. Rolled it to him. Great finish. Loved it.
Yeah, well done to St George. Maybe get those
Well
boys
done.
to those areas more often.
Well done, goal of the week.
Yeah, well done, goal of the week, Gold Coast Knights. We'll find your name, put a little poster up.
Yeah,
you
good
deserve
job.
it, bro.
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite it.
So, did you follow the Man United game? The Europa League?
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Harry Deeney or Harry Maguire putting people on toast again.
Bro, down the line, little flapper and then getting the ball in, extra touches.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
Very
And I know the people are probably thinking, why aren't we putting the video up?
Oh,
We've had a few dramas, haven't we? Would you like to talk them through it? Because you're the one that's been dealing with
I've
it.
been dealing with lots of the copyright issues.
Like, we're a small podcast. We're
Mate.
doing our best, and then the people, if you're watching,
Yeah, if you're watching the copyright
Stan
issue,
Sport, stop copywriting us. We're just putting a few highlights.
we're trying to promote your show. You know what I mean, your TV show. So I didn't know that, but we try to get a little clip to show you last week's Fanny of the Week.
Yeah.
And Stan Sport gave me done me for copyright.
How many times did you have to re-upload it?
I uploaded it 4 times. I had to try and edit. I don't know if you guys saw it, if the ones that saw it, because it was up for a few hours and got taken down. But I edited some little beaming lights to try and throw people off, but it didn't work. So I don't think I'm going to use Stan Sport again. I think I'm going to avoid that.
Yeah, I think when we use other people's filming, like if we find it on Twitter, Instagram, it's okay. But anything from those places, they just make a big deal out of it. Like, we don't want to get our YouTube account taken down.
No.
And we do want to say as well, because the last video looks like it's got 20 views, but really we had about 3,000, was it? Before they took it down?
It did say 37. I said to Jake today, I was like, Jake, we've only got 37 views, should we just stop? And but he reminded me that we actually posted it a few times and got many more views before that. So I'm not too upset.
Nah, but it is.
I'm not too upset.
It's a bit pathetic from those companies, taking it down, copywriting it. Like, what are we doing? There's no harm done.
No, we're just showing a clip. We're showing a little clip. So there's going to be ways around this. If you know how to work around this, put it in the YouTube comments.
100%. It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. But yeah, it took me I spent about 8 hours re-uploading it and editing and trying to find footage that's right and not, like, obviously with time loading going up and then it telling me that copyright issue. What a frustration. Nightmare.
So, and we don't want to get the account taken down, so we'll try to do the right thing. But it was a good game. Back to the United game. I think it's massive having. Obviously, we've got Arsenal in the Champions League, who are doing okay. Lost to Real Madrid, but there's still a chance of making the final.
Yeah.
But at this stage...
Real Madrid, PSG.
Oh, PSG, sorry. PSG.
You said that earlier to me too.
Yeah, sorry. Head's all over the place.
Yeah.
Busy week. My chicken died. We won't talk about that. So the Europa League.
Yeah.
We got Man United.
Yep.
3-0 win. Tottenham, 4-1 win. And Tottenham are versing Bodo Glimt. And I think it was away. Oh no, was it at home or away the last game they played?
It was, well, there's still
It was at home, but it's 4-1. And you're going over there on an artificial pitch, like, they shouldn't concede more than 3 goals. Like, they should be fine. So it could be an all-English final.
And you got Chelsea as well in the...
Chelsea in the Conference League. How brutal is that, though? They got these teams that, like, have 3,000-seater stadiums, and they got, you know, grandparents in the canteen serving food, and they've got $100 million players playing. Like, it's brutal. These teams are tiny.
Yeah, they are.
Because you know how I know they're tiny? Because I've never heard of them.
No.
These teams are versing Djurgården. I was like, what the hell is that? Sounds like a pub.
Nah, it could be an all England teams could be in the final. It's going to be hard for Arsenal PSG though.
It is. It's going to be difficult. PSG is decent.
Yeah.
The counter-attacking football they play. But I would love them, like, it's going to be difficult. But if we could have an English team win the champs, the Europa League and the Conference League, it'd be great. Obviously, there's a great chance we're going to win the Europa League, an English team.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be, I was thinking about it, the worst final in terms of league position ever. Like, we have 2 teams in the English league, one's 16th, one's 17th, playing in the final.
Crazy,
or maybe 15th and 16th, but still, like, that's unheard of that they're that poor in their own league.
Yeah, but they get selected the year before, don't they?
No, they get selected the year before, but usually the team in the next year isn't that bad.
No, they have to be. Well,
it's just a one-off, I think, that they're doing so poorly.
But there's not a lot of, like, obviously all the top teams in the champs, but when it's after that Europa League and down, there are not that many good teams.
No.
Like especially proper league teams, you know?
In the Conference League, English League obviously has more money, so it has more depth, because you get better players playing in worse teams, where you probably don't have that in other leagues.
Yeah.
So English teams, you know, like West Ham won the Conference League, and West Ham are down the bottom, aren't they? They're like 4th bottom.
Yeah.
Where they won the Conference League a few years ago. So I think English teams will probably keep winning the Conference League.
Oh, yeah.
They'll keep being real successful in that league because there's more money in the league. Yeah, so Chelsea won, I think, 4-1?
4-1. Yeah.
4-1, so it's a sure thing they're going to make the final. And I think Real Betis has won the other game, so it could be a decent game, but either way, Chelsea should win it.
Yeah. Chelsea's not a team I really follow anyway. It's quite boring, and they just bought loads of players, didn't they? So you just sort of ignored them.
They're it's a weird team. It's like the team that you make if you play Football Manager.
Yeah.
Where you just have, and then you do the cheats where you get all the money and you just buy heaps of players. Like, you know what I mean? But they're not doing too well.
They'll come good, Chelsea. All these young talented players, all the money they spend.
Yeah, they have a big upside. Like some teams have older players, but they're all young. Like they have a whole lot of potential. as long as the coach gets them going and the club's in a good direction, it's a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
If it gets toxic, you can lose it because you need senior players. But as long as they can sort of have a good mentality, then I think they can start winning things.
Definitely. And then obviously Liverpool winning the league. They won the league, didn't they?
Yeah.
And did you see the Evertonian fan or whatever that sold 1,000 flares will put the red label on and put blue in them?
That's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, there's a thing on Lad Bible of all trusted source, isn't it?
Yeah. That's genius.
That's genius, isn't it?
That is unreal. Because that would have been like one of those things where if you got done with that, you'd be kind of laughing. Like there's no harm in it.
Not in it. Not in
Because you've probably bought one and you spike it and you're like, oh fuck, he's done it. Like that's pretty good.
That's got to be the best troll ever, isn't it?
Mm.
It's got to be up
It's
there.
good. But it's been. What do you think about the season this year? Like, there's been no contention. It's been easy.
It's not interesting, is it? Not as interesting as
Someone was
other
showing
years.
like how bitter Klopp must be. I think he had like 93 points one season and lost the league. 92 points, 90 points, like 87. And Liverpool are going to win the league with less than 90. And the second closest is probably going to be in the 70s. Like, the competition back in the day from Man City and Liverpool for those 5-6 years was
unreal,
so good to watch, wasn't it?
Unreal. Mate.
Unless you're a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
But the season, it felt so much more competitive. Even Arsenal and City, those last couple of years going head to head. Arsenal, Liverpool, City, where this year it's kind of been a given that Liverpool's going to win for the last 5-6 weeks. Everyone's known it's going to be Liverpool.
Oh, they're not going to back down. But no, those years when they were competing together, it's just, you just felt like, I remember a few years ago I think, how is anyone ever going to win the league with them two teams? And how are they going to get any worse? They can just keep getting better and better, can't they? And then obviously it is just a lack of, one-off year they've gone down. They got back next year.
Yeah, and obviously City, like, the financial fair play rules don't apply to them, allegedly. So, he'll be fine. But this season, the most entertaining thing to watch over the last few weeks and coming weeks is the Champions League qualifications. There's like 6 teams going for those spots. Real entertaining. Like Notts Forest just dropped points by losing to Brentford.
Big points.
Even Notts Forest, like if you look at their team, they don't have anyone in their starting 11 that would make anyone else's starting 11. Do you know what I mean? Like none of them in their team. Like who's their biggest player?
The 10, the attacking.
Gibbs White.
But
would he get into Liverpool, City, Arsenal? He probably wouldn't.
Nah.
He wouldn't, would he? Like, there just must be a good team, well coached, and have a good, like...
Well, I don't know. He'd be a squad player, wouldn't he? He wouldn't be like a main... You wouldn't see him as a main star. He'd have to go and prove himself, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but they don't have anyone that's one of those top world-class players, but they've done so well. Same, like, you've got Villa, Chelsea, Arsenal will make it.
Yeah.
But there's good competition with those teams.
I love watching the Forest games when they're playing at home and all those red shirts in the crowd. It looks looks superb, their stadium.
Yeah. Well, they're playing the new style of football. I think we've talked about it where the Pep style of keeping the ball, playing tiki-taka just around a box, everyone parks a bus, sort of dying out. When you watch all the teams now in the Champions League that are still in there, apart from Arsenal, like PSG is counter-attacking, fast-paced
forward
football,
passing, isn't it?
and it's so good to watch. It's not messing about. We're not
sideways, backwards all the time. Negative play, inviting pressure. It's just attack forward and then just get the shape and just go. Like
Notts Forest.
It's more entertaining to watch, isn't it?
It's so good. Even Newcastle to an extent, they have good counter-attacking football. It's good to watch. Villa are quite similar.
Yeah.
Like counter-attacking. It's not just this. The possession style was awesome for a while.
Yeah.
Like it was great to watch, and now teams just park the bus, so it's boring to watch.
Yeah, get in and get that shape, didn't they, and not concede, and they just try and...
Football goes in patterns, like it goes from, I think back in the day, when the Dutch style was like the 4-3-3, then it went back to the English style 4-4-2. Then Pep dominated in Spain with the 4-3-3, keeping the possession, then he came to England and changed that English football. But I feel like everyone sort of now is trying to mimic Pep. I've done that for the last few years, and now it's like, we're changing again, and it's getting more entertaining.
Yeah, it has to get more entertaining because it's getting. I think football's got boring over the last month. How boring some of the games have been. But definitely more excitement. You need to encourage more excitement in games, and you're like Jack Grealish when he played for Aston Villa. Like you just think, bro, what a player! This guy is unreal, and he's gone to Man City, and he's like, I don't even regard him. I was regarding him as England's best player. Like I loved him. I thought he was going to be the next thing, and then now you just don't even regard him as. You see him as a player, you just think, oh fuck, who's this? You don't even care about him.
No, he lost his like individual style of taking people on. Because he used to. I remember one of the World Cups or Euros, the whole consensus online was get Grealish on. Like Southgate wasn't playing Grealish, and we wanted to see Grealish on.
Yeah.
And then he had the year at City, and then it was sort of, he'd just get the ball, he'd drive them up the pitch, and then he'd play backwards. And it's just so you lose your spike, don't you? Because you're not taking people on.
Not taking 3 or 4 players on, winning a foul in dangerous areas like he always, because he'd always win fouls. He's like, that's what he's good at, isn't he? He's just moving that ball quickly and just jumping on the floor. But yeah, he's just gone. Bad move, really. It's good for him, I guess, with getting medals, but it's boring for... but it's not good for the fans. Like, people, there was probably millions of people in England that loved him as a footballer and thought now they just could not care.
No, they couldn't.
Care, and like, he's not even playing all the time, like...
Well, he's barely played this season. I think him and Foden haven't really played too much. I'd be surprised if Grealish stays. I think he'll probably move.
Foden should leave too.
I'd love to see Foden leave.
I would love to see Foden leave because he was like the next big thing. He should have been playing years before and he didn't give him the opportunity. Obviously, he's got other quality players there.
I'd love to see Foden in a team where he gets the free roll. Like Pep is, you can see him on the touchline. The man's stressed.
Yeah.
Like he is a micromanager. He wants everyone to do exactly what he wants them to do in that moment. You don't get much freedom.
No.
And I think I'd love to see Foden.
He's very picky, isn't he?
Yeah, real picky. Yeah, well, we've seen him picking his skin.
Yeah.
Which it's pretty brutal to watch him scratching his skin off on the sideline.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not good.
But it's fucking brutal for us to watch that sort of shit football every week.
It is.
How boring it is.
Yeah, but...
Tell Jack Grealish to go forward, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Well, stop distracting me. But
sorry.
Foden, I'd love to see him in like a Liverpool.
Yeah.
Where it's attacking football and he can drive at teams and he can play 1-2s where it's not just stop, stand still, roll it, get it back, roll it. I'd love to see him in a Newcastle, a Liverpool, a Villa, like where he can get the ball and drive.
Yeah.
And play.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely get a move, Foden. Get a move somewhere else because he's just not getting the game time or even, we don't get to enjoy him. And he's English. We want our best English players to play every week because when international tournaments come around and these players ain't playing club level, then...
Well, to be fair, I'd love to see him overseas as well. Like,
nah, he's got to stay in the Prem.
No.
I'm a Prem fan. He's got to stay in the Prem. You can go to Spain, but you only watch them in the Champions League. They're quality when they come in and play them, but you don't, like, Harry Kane, like, I thought he was...
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Who did I say?
Harry Kane.
Yeah, it's my lift. Harry Kane, he's gone. I used to love watching Harry. He's quality footballer, wasn't he? And now I could not care less about what he's doing. Like,
no, I do check.
Yeah, watch him. You don't see enough of him, do you? There's not enough exposure on those games.
You don't. I check every now and again, like the scores, to see if he's scored. I think he's always top goal scorer. But he's always. Like in Germany, I think every season the top goal scorer is from Bayern. So like you're going to be top goal scorer if you're half decent.
Yeah.
So it's good to see him doing alright. But yeah, I do agree.
Yeah.
Premier League's more competitive.
Yeah, and you surely don't want to play in the Prem. Surely you want to play in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I know you want to play Champions League as well, and I guess it's an easy way to go there and play champs from those sort of teams, those top clubs.
Oh yeah, you get a free ride.
Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG, all them, like you pretty much guaranteed Champions League football 100%. Every year. So I guess you go for those sort of exposures and stuff like that. But I still think the Premier League is just the most entertaining league in the.
Yeah, no, it is. It's the biggest league in the world. It's just. They probably get so much scrutiny too. Those trips can be quite nice. Go to a different country.
Oh yeah, I would
chill out for
I
a bit.
always say I'd rather live in Spain than live in England.
Oh mate, I was from a shithole, Blackburn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to live in the north of England. It's terrible. And like, if you live in Manchester, it's shit. Where if you could go and live in Spain or Madrid or Barcelona, it'd be unreal.
I know. And then compared to Australia, England, massive difference.
Oh yeah, England's awful.
Isn't it? When you live in a place like this in Australia, you would never want to go back and live in England.
You get people that are like, oh, England's so good, I went on holiday, and I'm like, where'd you go? London. Of course it's good. It's the biggest city. Like, you got anywhere outside of that, it's crap. You know what I mean? Like because they sort of think they could live there. Like you can't live in London. Like you're not that rich. If you go to a working class town, it's rough.
It is rough. Yeah, now there is some rough areas and stuff, but when you go on holiday, you only go to those holiday destinations.
You do.
It's just that Australia's got every destination is a holiday destination, isn't it?
It's unreal.
Half an hour down the road's a holiday destination, isn't it?
It is. It's the best country.
Yeah.
But no one really thinks it, so I'm kind of happy with that. We just get to keep it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When you.
We're too far away anyway.
We are too far away. Yeah, middle of nowhere, and the football crap here, isn't it?
Yeah, football's crap. That's the only issue. Football being crap.
Yeah. I know we have to stay up until 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. to watch decent games, don't we?
I know. Yeah, that is the tough part, watching the football. I think World Cup and Euros usually get some good games at 5 a.m. and Champions League's 5 a.m. So you can get up early and watch it. And you get maybe one game a weekend of the Prem.
Of those fixtures, yeah.
That makes sense, but...
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite it.
Have you seen the news for, obviously, the A-League, Western United? Have you seen the news?
The new team in Melbourne.
Yeah, the team in Melbourne, so they got hit with a sanction from FIFA. So they can't sign a new player till 2027.
What for? Do you know what for?
It said it was unknown, but it might have been to do... said in there that they've been late in paying players' wages.
Yeah, right.
So they've had a few administrative errors, and I think they must be running out of money. So they got this FIFA sanction, so they can't sign anyone until 2027, which is a stitch up for the club. Like, you're screwed.
I saw actually a post the other day because I thought it's quality for all the young kids that are in there, the young kids in the youth system that are coming through. It's definitely going to be game time for them.
It's unreal. It's unreal for them. And obviously in the A-League, who cares? There's no relegation, so they probably don't give a crap. Like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. No.
But they must be struggling for money. They've just been bought. There's been a big buy from a American company who own another couple of football teams around the world.
Yeah.
So they've bought them, I think it was 70 to 100 million. They've just bought the Western United for.
Is that how much they paid for the club?
Yeah.
But just started out from nothing?
Yeah, it might have been a typo. Surely 70k a dude.
70 million
70
for
million. So
an A-League club.
So he bought the A-League club and their controlling company, the Western United Group. I don't know if that entails some businesses or whatnot. But they've promised to fulfill a stadium. So they had plans to build a stadium, I think 15,000 seats.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Western Melbourne. It is, Western United?
Yeah, Western United, yeah, it is.
So they've promised to fulfill the stadium.
15,000 seats.
Which would be perfect, wouldn't it?
Perfect.
We've been saying it for years.
With the best stadium around, wouldn't it?
Everyone says that you need a small boutique stadium, so hopefully, if they can finance that, it'd be unreal.
Quality, yeah, that's exactly what we need. A bit of investment money coming into Australian football.
And people who have an investment, I hope they just care. Like the Brisbane Roar have the Backeries from Indonesia who don't really give a crap. Like, they don't seem to really care.
No.
But some of the clubs do.
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
No.
I'm humble.
Yeah.
But I hope they just care and they're actually trying and they want to get involved and they're willing to put their money where their mouth is. It'd be great for the league and for Australian football.
Definitely for the league, yeah. Definitely need more stadiums like that, and no better places than Sydney and stuff to start those teams in those areas.
Yeah, it's good.
Ethnic clubs and stuff, and it's just, they sort of get supporters, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot more following.
A lot more following. That Sydney game as well had a few thousand fans. Sydney Derby, an NPL game, so
for sure.
Loads of fans are getting there.
There's no need, like, we used to be like, oh, we've got Suncorp and Brisbane Roar are in Brisbane, but Brisbane Roar don't get anyone. They're getting like 5,000 to 10,000 people.
Well, they have the lowest attendance every week with 2,000 or something.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, but imagine if we got a team. Remember when they had the Gold Coast United in the A-League? Imagine if they had a Gold Coast team with a 5,000 to 10,000 seater stadium that they could fill.
Yeah.
Like, it would look so good. Get the environment going, and it's not.
The atmosphere would be good, wouldn't it? And then the fans would come.
Well, it used to be back in the day. The reason those clubs failed is because they couldn't get fans, but now the teams that don't fail have no fans. So, like, if they could build a 10,000 seater stadium on the Gold Coast or somewhere else in Queensland and get, a few thousand people to it, it'd be better than what they've got at the moment.
Definitely.
Yeah. But another thing, speaking of saves, so those Americans have saved that club. Speaking of saves, we do have the save of the week that got sent in from a lovely fan.
On YouTube. Yeah, someone commented on a YouTube video, and to be honest, we'll watch the save, we'll put it up, and then we'll talk about it, I guess, but I did see it, and I thought, great, thanks for letting us know about that one, because that is superb.
Sometimes when you get these comments, you're like, is that the actual keeper that sent it in? Like, did he just make a fake account and send it? But to be fair, it's an unreal save, so let's watch it.
And if he was the keeper who made the fake account and sent it in, thank you for sending it in, because that was a great save. Yeah,
let's check it out.
Watch it out. Yeah, so this was the Grange Thistles versus South United game that was sent to us. It looks like it was the South's goalkeeper.
South's keeper? Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, son. To be fair, let's just have a look at that again. I'm not mad at that. I think that is top drawer.
What do you say?
That is top drawer.
Yeah.
That is top drawer. I think sometimes, when players... The thing with playing at this level, you can sort of pull something world class out every now and again. It's just consistency. and making silly errors, isn't it? But everyone's got a bit of excellence in them. It's good to see.
That's a great save. That was he saw it. What a great diving save. Looked for the cameras, good. And that's the reserve goalkeeper, I believe.
Yeah.
The information I've received. So big up to him. What a great.
If that's in the big league, Champions League, Donnarumma, that's on every highlight reel. And
Every highlight.
he's getting all the praise.
But that's why he's on Be on the Couch's highlight reel.
Well done, son.
Well done to you. Well done to the Grange goalkeeper.
Save of the week.
Save of the week.
Was it Southkeeper?
South's goalkeeper.
Not Grange. Fucking hell. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Sorry. Great save.
Great. Yeah, we'll get his name, put a banner up.
There's not much on the club on the team sheets that they post.
No, it's hard to find. They don't put it up on the Facebook page. Not much we can do.
Nah, so we're trying to find the kid's name to put or the geezer's name to put a post up. So
Giving me shine.
Giving me shine because that deserves a
He
shine.
deserves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, it deserves a shine. But
Well
I
done.
think, you know what? I think that wraps it up for us today.
It does. Let's end it here.
Yeah, because I want to watch the Moreton Bay game and Gold Coast Knights.
Yeah, lovely.
It's
Let's
getting late. But no, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
And yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Get your tips in for this week.
Oh yeah.
Posters up. You might have already been seeing it, but good luck for everyone. We'll keep it going. See if we can beat the big dogs, Jake and Fraser.
Oh, stay humble.
Stay humble. Cheers.
Can't fight it,